Chapter 1. The Old Bakery. It is a bright Tuesday morning in a quiet town. The sun is shining in the blue sky. Green trees stand near the small shops. A gentle wind moves the red flowers in the windows. Inside a small bakery, a young woman works hard. Her name is Sarah. Sarah is 24 years old. She has long brown hair, warm brown eyes, and a kind smile. Sarah wears a white apron and comfortable brown shoes.
Every day, Sarah bakes fresh bread, sweet cakes, and fruit pies. She likes her job, but she is very tired. She works 8 hours every day. She lives alone in a small apartment near the bakery. Sarah has a big dream. She wants to see the world. She wants to visit France. Most of all, she wants to see Paris. She wants to see the tall Eiffel Tower. She wants to walk along the river. Every night, Sarah looks at photos of Paris on her computer. She reads books about France. One day, I will go to Paris, Sarah whispers to herself. One day, my dream will come true. Chapter 2. A Best Friend's Visit. The bakery door opens with a happy little bell. Ring, ring! A tall young man walks into the bakery. He has short blonde hair, blue eyes, and a cheerful face. His name is Mark. Mark is Sarah's best friend. They know each other from high school. They play games together, drink coffee together, and share all their secrets. Mark works at a bookshop down the street. Good morning, Sarah, Mark says with a big smile. He carries a small paper bag in his hand. Good morning, Mark, Sarah replies happily. She puts 2 hot cups of coffee on the small wooden table. How are you today? I am great, Mark says. He sits down on a wooden chair. I have something very special for you. It is a surprise. Sarah looks at Mark with wide, curious eyes. A surprise? What is it, Mark? Mark smiles and opens his small paper bag. He takes out a bright red envelope. He places the red envelope softly on the wooden table. Chapter 3. The Red Envelope. Sarah looks at the bright red envelope. Her heart beats a little fast. Thump, thump, thump. What is inside, Mark? Sarah asks softly. It's ours, Mark answers with excited eyes. Sarah picks up the red envelope with her fingers. She opens the top carefully. Inside, she finds 2 shiny blue paper tickets. She takes the blue tickets out and looks at the text. The tickets say, Airways, flight to Paris, France. Sarah stops breathing for 2 seconds. Her eyes grow very big. Mark, is this real? She asks in surprise. Yes, it is real, Mark laughs happily. My uncle works for the airline. He gave me 2 free tickets to Paris. We are going to France together. Ecstatic, Sarah jumps up from her chair. Oh, Mark, thank you. Thank you so much, she shouts. She gives Mark a huge, warm hug. This is the happiest day of my life. Mark stands up and hugs her back. Pack your bags, Sarah. We leave on Friday morning. Chapter 4. Packing the Suitcase. On Thursday evening, Sarah stands in her bedroom. Her room is bright and cozy. On her bed, there is a large yellow suitcase. The suitcase is wide open. Sarah wants to pack her best clothes. She puts 3 soft shirts into the suitcase. She puts 2 blue jeans into the suitcase. She adds a warm red jacket because nights in Paris can be cold. I need comfortable shoes, Sarah says to herself. She puts her gray walking shoes into the yellow suitcase. She puts a small camera in her bag. She wants to take many photos of Paris. Sarah holds her blue passport in her hands. She looks at her photo inside the passport. She smiles warmly. Tomorrow, I fly to France, she thinks. Restless. She cannot sleep that night. She looks at the white ceiling. She thinks about tall towers, delicious bread, and long walks with her best friend, Mark. Chapter 5. At the big airport. It is 6 o'clock on Friday morning. The morning sky is pink and orange. David, a taxi driver, takes Sarah and Mark to the big airport. The airport is huge and busy. Hundreds of people walk around with bags and suitcases. People talk, laugh, and look at big blue TV screens. The screens show flight times and gate numbers. Sarah holds her small black bag tightly. She feels a little nervous. She has never been on a big airplane before. Mark sees her face. He takes her hand gently. "Do not worry, Sarah," Mark says softly. "I am here with you. It'll be a fun adventure." Sarah looks at Mark and smiles. She feels safe and warm. They walk to the check-in desk. A friendly woman in a blue uniform takes their blue tickets and passports. "Have a wonderful flight to Paris," the woman says cheerfully. Chapter 6. High in the Sky. Sarah and Mark walk through the long gate. They enter the big white airplane. The airplane is very long. Inside, there are 2 rows of comfortable blue seats. Sarah sits next to a small round window. Mark sits right beside her. A flight attendant gives them 2 soft white blankets and small pillows. The big engine starts. Vroom, vroom. The airplane moves faster and faster down the long runway. Then it lifts into the air. Sarah looks out the round window. The houses and trees below look like tiny toys. Soon, the airplane goes above the fluffy white clouds. The sky is bright blue and sunny above the clouds. "Look, Mark," Sarah says with excitement. "We are flying!" "It is beautiful," Mark agrees. They drink orange juice and eat warm sandwiches on the plane. They talk about all the places they want to visit in Paris. Chapter 7. Arrival in Paris. After 6 long hours, the airplane begins to go down. The captain speaks on the loudspeaker. "Welcome to Paris, ladies and gentlemen." Sarah looks out the window. She sees green fields, long highways, and a huge city in the distance. The airplane touches the ground softly. Bump! Everyone claps their hands happily. Sarah and Mark step out of the airplane. The air smells fresh and cool. They walk through the airport and pick up their yellow and blue suitcases. They walk outside to the street. They see bright white buildings, small trees, and dark blue cars. "The signs on the shops are in French," Sarah shouts happily. She takes her camera out and takes a photo of Mark in front of a blue street sign. "Let us find our hotel," Mark says, holding a paper map of Paris. Chapter 8. The Cozy Hotel Room. They take a small red train into the center of Paris. They walk down a narrow, pretty street made of gray stones. The street is full of flower shops, small cafes, and old houses. They stop in front of a brown building. A wooden sign says, "Hôtel de la Rose." They walk inside. An old man with gray hair sits at the front desk. "Bonjour," the old man says with a warm smile. "Bonjour," Sarah and Mark say together. The old man gives them 2 brass keys. They walk up the wooden stairs to the 3rd floor. Tap, 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 go their shoes on the stairs. Sarah opens the door to her room. The room is clean, warm, and beautiful. There is a soft bed with white sheets, a wooden desk, and big glass doors that open to a small balcony. Sarah opens the balcony doors. She steps outside into the cool afternoon air. She looks down at the pretty street. She smells fresh coffee and sweet pastries from the cafes below. Chapter 9. The Eiffel Tower. That evening, the sky turns dark blue and purple. The stars begin to shine bright in the night sky. "Come on, Sarah," Mark calls out from the hallway. "Let us go see the Eiffel Tower." They walk together down the quiet streets of Paris. The street lamps give a warm yellow light. They walk across a big stone bridge over the river Seine. Water flows softly under the bridge. Splash, splash. Suddenly, Sarah stops walking. She puts her hands over her mouth. "Oh, Mark," she whispers. In front of them stands the Eiffel Tower. It is enormous and tall, reaching high into the black night sky. Thousands of golden lights shine all over the metal tower. Sparkle, sparkle. "It is so big," Sarah says with wide eyes. "It is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen." Mark looks at Sarah.
The golden lights shine in her happy brown eyes. "I am so glad we are here together, Sarah," Mark says softly. Chapter 10. Walking by the river. The next day is Saturday. The weather is warm and sunny. Sarah and Mark put on their walking shoes. They leave the hotel early in the morning. They walk along the River Seine. Many people are out walking, riding bicycles, and walking small dogs. Older men sit near the river and paint pictures of the water on big white canvases. Sarah and Mark stop at a small green stall by the river. A friendly woman sells old books, colorful postcards, and small metal art pieces. Sarah buys 3 postcards with pictures of the Eiffel Tower. "I will send these to my family," Sarah tells Mark. They sit on a stone bench near the river water. Green trees shade them from the sun. Small boats pass by on the blue river. The people on the boats wave their hands. "Bonjour," they call out. "Bonjour," Sarah and Mark call back, waving their hands happily. Chapter 11. A Little Problem. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Sarah feels hungry. "My stomach is making noise," Sarah laughs. "Let us find a nice cafe for lunch." "That sounds great," Mark says. He reaches his hand into his coat pocket to check his money. Suddenly, Mark stops. His face turns white. He puts his hand in his jeans pocket. He looks inside his black backpack. He checks all his pockets again and again. "What is wrong, Mark?" Sarah asks, looking concerned. "My wallet," Mark says with a worried voice. "My wallet is not here. My money and my credit card are inside." Sarah feels a little worried too. "Did you lose it on the bench by the river?" she asks. "I do not know," Mark says. "We must walk back and look for it right now." Chapter 12. Searching the park. They run back to the stone bench near the river. They search under the bench. They look in the green grass. They look on the stone path. But the wallet is not there. Mark sits on the stone bench. He covers his face with his hands. "I'm so sorry, Sarah," Mark sighs. "I ruined our special trip. Now we have no money for lunch or for museum tickets." Sarah puts her arm around Mark's shoulders. She smiles gently. "Do not be sad, Mark," Sarah says softly. "You did not ruin anything. We are safe and we are together in Paris." Sarah opens her small black bag. She takes out her small pink purse. She opens the purse and counts her money. "Look," Sarah says happily, "I have 80 euros in my purse. That is plenty of money for food and fun today. We can call your bank to stop your card, and tomorrow my family can send us a little money." Mark looks up at Sarah. He feels so grateful for her kind heart. "You are amazing, Sarah," he says softly. Chapter 13. Delicious French Food. They walk to a cozy little restaurant on a quiet corner. The red awning outside says, "Le Petit Café." They sit at a small round table outside. A young waiter with a black apron comes to their table. "Bonjour. What would you like today?" he asks in simple English. "We would like 2 warm ham and cheese sandwiches, please," Sarah orders with a happy smile, "and 2 cold glasses of lemonade." Soon the waiter brings 2 white plates. On the plates are hot, crunchy sandwiches with melted yellow cheese and fresh green salad. Sarah takes a big bite. The bread is so fresh and crunchy. The cheese is warm and delicious. "This is the best lunch ever," Mark says, smiling again. They eat their meal happily under the warm afternoon sun. They laugh and talk about their funny moments in school long ago. Chapter 14. The Great Art Museum. In the afternoon, they walk to a giant palace built of yellow stone. It is the Louvre Museum. In front of the old stone palace stands a large glass pyramid. The glass shines brightly in the sunlight. They use Sarah's money to buy 2 tickets. They step inside the quiet museum. The museum is huge, with long halls and high ceilings. On the walls, there are hundreds of beautiful paintings in shiny gold frames. There are tall, white stone statues of ancient kings and queens. Sarah and Mark walk slowly down a long hall. They stop in front of a small, famous painting. It is the Mona Lisa. The woman in the painting has a famous, gentle smile. Many people stand around to take photos. Sarah takes a photo with her camera. Her eyes seem to look right at you, Mark whispers softly. Yes, Sarah agrees. She looks peaceful and happy. They spend 3 fun hours exploring the big halls of the museum. Chapter 15. A special evening. On Sunday evening, it is their last night in Paris. The air is cool and soft. Mark takes Sarah to the River Seine. He leads her to a large wooden boat decorated with small yellow lights. I booked 2 boat tickets online yesterday before I lost my wallet, Mark says with a smile. Tonight, we ride the river boat. They step onto the wooden boat. They sit near the front railing. The boat moves slowly down the quiet river. They see the old buildings of Paris illuminated by soft floodlights. They pass under big stone bridges. People standing on the bridges wave down at them. The boat stops near the Eiffel Tower. Exactly at 9 o'clock, the Eiffel Tower sparkles with thousands of white flashing lights. It looks like a mountain of diamonds in the dark sky. Sarah holds the boat railing. Her eyes shine with pure joy. This is like a dream, she says softly. I never want this night to end. Chapter 16. Best Friends and New Beginnings. Mark steps closer to Sarah at the boat railing. He looks at her brown hair blowing softly in the cool night wind. Sarah, Mark says in a gentle voice. Sarah turns her head and looks at Mark. Yes, Mark. Mark takes both of her hands in his hands. His hands are warm and strong. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend, Mark says softly. When I lost my wallet, you were so kind and calm. You make every day brighter and happier. Sarah feels a sweet warmth in her chest. Her heart beats fast. Thump, 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 gentle. You gave me the best gift in the world, Mark, Sarah answers gently. You brought me to Paris. I am so lucky to have you in my life. Mark smiles warmly. He holds her hands a little tighter. I do not just want to be your friend, Sarah, Mark says softly, looking into her eyes. I care about you very much. I want to be more than friends. Sarah smiles a wide, happy smile. A tiny tear of joy shines in her eye. I want that too, Mark, she whispers. Mark leans down and kisses her cheek gently. The sparkling lights of the Eiffel Tower shine all around them on the dark river water. Chapter 17. Heading home. On Monday morning, the sun rises bright and high. Sarah and Mark pack their yellow and blue suitcases in their hotel room. Mark called his bank on Sunday, and his money is safe. Everything is okay now. They walk down the wooden stairs of the hotel. Au revoir, the old man at the front desk says, waving his hand. Au revoir. Thank you, Sarah and Mark say together. They take a taxi to the airport. They sit together on the big white airplane. As the plane flies up into the sky, Sarah looks out the small round window one last time. She sees the city of Paris growing smaller and smaller below the white clouds. She holds her camera in her lap. The camera is full of photos of towers, bridges, museums, and happy smiles. Mark reaches over and holds Sarah's hand. Sarah rests her head on Mark's shoulder. She started this trip with a dream and a plane ticket. Now she is going home with beautiful memories, a happy heart, and a special love that will last forever.